So we will do another exercise, but before that, what I do want you to think about is this statement. I'm going to put it on the chat. What do you think about that?
That's true. I mean, obviously.
Why is it true?
Because fake news spreads 6 times faster than real news, and it's more likely that you're getting fake news than real news. And there's also generally no verification, and it's not and to tell if it's authentic or not.
Internet, most people use slangs and they don't type it correctly. So then Google gives you back a million different answers, and all of them have different opinions and beliefs. It's like what was written earlier: fact, opinion, and belief. And because
Right.
there's so many, you can't just decide one. And
Okay.
this, all of them are different. So
Okay.
you can't believe everything you see or hear.
Okay.
Also, there's just too many people try to make you believe things that you don't want to believe sometimes.
Samar, Vijay, and Aman are saying are quite true, but you can sometimes believe something you see on or hear on the internet, because there are many websites right now on the internet, so it's actually very difficult to know if you can believe it or not.
Why is it important for us to really know whether that information is correct or not?
If you don't know, then it can cause lots of problems. You might believe in something that is not true, and you might do certain actions that are totally against the law, and um, it might change you as a person as well. So you have to really know what you're believing in before you just start believing.
Like, you might be prejudiced to against something, or it can lead you to believe certain things that aren't true, and that'll obviously change your perception and your point of view to other things as well, perhaps.
Also, people tend to spread things around. If someone makes you believe something or influences you, then you spread it around. Other people who are close to you might start believing it, and they'll spread it around too. So then rumors can start that way, and then fights, and then someone has to break that whole fight by saying another thing, and then people will tend to spread that around. So it's a whole cycle if someone makes you believe something.
It
Sure.
also influences your actions.
Correct.
What you do is also based on what you believe.
Absolutely. 100%. I think all of you are spot on.
So you have to be really careful about what you believe, of what you read. Yeah. I'll just share screen. And so this is an article in the Indian Express. And I'm going to ask you, so it says AIIB, yeah, which is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. It's a big bank. And the World Bank will be funding projects to invest a certain amount of money in India's COVID fight. So, what would you call this news?
This is can I answer?
Yeah, sure.
This is a fact,
This is a fact.
Why is it a
Okay.
fact?
because they actually did it. It's not like they're saying it's not an opinion that they should do this, or they actually
They
did it.
haven't
It
yet
says that.
done it. They haven't yet done it. They will be doing. It says
Oh,
project to invest $1.5 billion in India's COVID fight. So they will be doing it. But why is it a fact? Yeah, Samar?
I think it's a fact because they said they will do it. So then they will do it.
Trisha, would you like to say something to that?
So I think it's a fact because it's telling what the person or organization will or will not be doing. So it's just giving us more information.
Okay, Lamia, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think it's saying it's a fact because it's telling us and stating that what it will do.
Okay. So I want to add two things to what all of you have said. One is that yes, it is a fact because of the fact that a credible newspaper like the Indian Express has published this article. So credibility of your uh, of your media is very important, from
Source,
where the news is
source.
coming. Yeah, the source is important, very important. And secondly, it involves something which the World Bank has said. So the World Bank, you would tend to believe that it's a world body. They are not going to be just saying things off the cuff to big news agencies, right? So if they have said it, then they will keep their promise. So this is a fact. So these are some of the things that you can check the veracity of as a consumer of the news. Vidisha, you want to add
Yeah,
something?
no, just that who's the author, who's the producer of that news. Yeah, that would that would tell you who are the sources cited. So even when you go deeper into reading that piece of information or that news, you need to be able to check and see that, you know, who are the sources that have been cited and whether that's credible or not.
You
That
really need to check the sources because some are reliable, some aren't reliable. So
Right,
then they can
absolutely.
spread rumors.
So what does it
and
mean? Because we are all using this word reliable. What does reliability really mean? Go
reli-
ahead.
uh, reliability means something that you can depend on
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
tell the truth in this case.
Yes.
Now you've got to tell me, what is this? Is coding a must have life skill of the future? So this article talks about how you all know about coding, what coding is.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So it talks about, is coding a must have life skill of the future? As in, do you really need to know coding to survive in this world? So can anybody tell me what kind of article this is?
I think it's an opinion.
Okay, Lamia?
I also think it's an opinion.
Samar and Aman, you also feel?
Yeah, it's an opinion because
Yeah,
you
I
can
think it's
survive
an
without
opinion.
coding. It's just gonna
Ahana,
be
Yeah.
harder.
The
Ahana,
Ahana?
what do
question
you think?
asking people.
I also think it's an opinion.
Why do you think it's an opinion, Ahana?
It can't be a fact. It
Okay.
can be a
Can it be someone's belief?
Influence.
Very strong
Yeah, it
belief.
can be someone's belief. I was
Yeah,
gonna
it
say
can.
that.
It's
Yes,
a
it can
mix.
be.
I feel that it's a mix of belief and
Yeah,
opinion.
So what's the belief there?
I was
What's
just
the
gonna
belief there?
that you can't survive without coding. That you need to learn coding. There's no way to live without coding. You need coding for everything. That's kind of the belief. You
Okay.
can do it, but it's gonna be harder. So
Is
is
that
that's
an
a belief.
empowering belief?
Is more on it's a skill that you believe it's a skill you should have. So that's what I think is the
It's an
strong
opinion.
belief on.
And about what you said, if like for the coding, if it's a good influence or a bad influence, it depends on the people if they think coding is good or coding is bad. But I also feel it's a mix of opinion and belief because the opinion is they're asking is if coding can build a better future. So basically, they're asking that not actually and physically asking questions, but it's a news report. So they're stating like why people should think that it could create a
I
better future for people.
Yeah, so in that sense, Samar, it's not a news report, it's a statement, which is why it's an opinion. So I
Yeah.
believe that coding will help everybody in the future, so one must learn it. So that is my opinion. You may have a different, a divergent opinion. How social media kills information by overproducing it. We'll be talking about this a lot. So, what do you think this
yeah.
is?
A fact.
Fact.
It
Fact.
depends on. Oh yeah.
Fact.
Okay. Fact.
Fact.
Why is
Yeah.
it a fact?
Social media does kill information by overproducing it. Probably.
How
Also,
do you know
it's got
that?
the word how that it's a fact because first of all, it's got the word how. So the title itself states how social media is
How it
killing
is.
information
Yeah.
by overproducing it. So that means like it's gonna tell you about how it's overproducing it, which means it's a fact.
This fact, can it be disputed? Do you think anybody?
Yes,
It could
it
be just to
can.
spread rumors. It can be just to
And
spread a rumor
also
about social media is bad.
some people who
A lot
are
of people
addicted
really like it.
I wanted to know if it can be an opinion also.
It can also be someone who is just trying to get people to not like social media. A lot of people do that. They state it as a fact, as a very strong belief. This is a
So
So
you're
fact.
all certain this is a fact, huh?
Yeah, this is
Can
a
I
fact.
add something?
it's a fact.
Yeah, Sama?
Even though it is a fact, some people who are like addicted to social media and spend like hours on it, they won't agree with it. Some people. So it can be disputed in a way.
If they have given proof that it is actually whatever it
Then
says
it's a
it,
fact.
then it's a fact.
How many are saying fact? And how many saying opinion? And anyone saying whether it's an assertion?
Might be a mix of two.
It can.
I think it's a fact, and it might be an assertion for a manipulative purpose because people are really against social media these days.
So see, you've already made it a fact based on somebody's assertion.
I have to rethink this.
Trisha, you were
I
going to say
still stand
something?
by. I think it's a opinion also, other than a fact,
Okay.
because it
Samar?
just feels like that.
Okay. Samar?
This may be weird, but I think it's an opinion, fact, and an assertion. Because
Wow.
first First of all, it's a fact because they're saying how it kills information, and then opinion because of what Trisha said about how people are trying to like say that it can kill information. I think it kill information, and then it could be an assertion because people are trying to make other people believe that this is true.
So you already believe that social media kills information.
Yes, I
You
believe that.
believe that to be a fact. Okay. Lamia?
But for other
I
people, it
think
could be.
I think it's a fact and opinion, but I think it's more of a fact than it's of an opinion.
Okay. Ahana?
I think it's opinion.
Okay. So I'll give you my perspective and then Bidisha can give her perspective. So I feel this is an assertion because the social media killing information by overproducing news is the jury is still out on that. Yeah, we do have discussions around how social media is killing news and there's fake news in abundance and all that. But not everything in social media is bad.
Fake.
Like not
Yeah.
every news item in social media is fake. It's not. So then this is an assertion, according to me. It is an assertion, certainly not a fact. Yeah. Okay.
This is why on Facebook you can just check the source. Like if it's from, like, even NDTV, like the news channel has Facebook, right? So if
Yes,
it's
they
from
all
a
do.
reliable, yeah, right. So if it's from one of those really big channels, like, or whatever they call them, and if it's from there, then you can trust it on social
But
media.
you know what? Every newspaper and every broadcast channel, they also have something called opinion columns. So there are
Correct.
journalists who write these opinions. It's their opinion. It's like if I were to write an opinion for Indian Express, that is my opinion, and the newspaper will clarify it at the end of the article that the opinions cited here are of the reporter's own, and the paper does not necessarily subscribe to that. But a lot of newspapers do that. So, in view of that, what do you think this is?
And I think I'll go with assertion simply because, again, it's not a fact, at least the way the article is written as well. You could write more a factual article around social issues of social media. But this particular article is not written like that.
The people can also take surveys to confirm whereas if it is an assertion, a fact, or an opinion by how different people believe something and how they can relate.
Today's has been a very fulfilling session indeed.
Yeah,
How's it been for all of you?
Yeah,
been
fulfilling.
very, very interesting.
Yeah, it was
It
nice
was
and
fun.
fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, great. So enjoy doing the assignments, have fun, read lots of news. Great week. See you next Saturday.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Have a
Bye.
nice
Take
week.
care.
You
Bye,
too.
Bye bye.
everyone. This
See
was
Bye.
you.
great.